All right, friends. Today, this is going to be the last one for the day. This is going to be an A, B, C, D pattern working from a top rather than what we were doing. We were working from bottoms going back and looking for retracements up. Now we're going to be working from the top, going down and going back, looking for retracements downside. Okay, so now what we can do is you can do both of these. Now this one is going to be more of a intermediate term. It's not a short term because we got a pretty deep movement here, and let's see, 135, 136 against 131. That's 132. So that's a pretty good move. It's 400 points. Okay, generally markets, exhaust themselves 600-700 points, something like that. Generally, I mean, these are rules of thumb, and I tell you them just so that it's what I observed, over so many years looking at it. Now, another thing I observed, like when a market on the dailies, okay, markets seem to reverse themselves after like 280 pips. Rule of thumb. So I'm going to just show you that right now because I think that's pretty cool, something that you can look at and think about. Okay, because if you're running from a high, going down, about 280 pips, you should start looking for what Laws is saying when he starts saying, go look for your demand, your area of demand. Okay, again, he's gonna ask me, where'd you get that from? It's from fucking 30 years of looking at this shit. It just shows up. I mean, I wasn't even looking for the 280 pip turn. I wasn't looking for it. I mean, just something that hits me in the face. So, like for example, let's take this. Okay, this high. Okay, 139.73, 139.73, 2.80 out. Okay, 136.93. Where this should stop at? Let's see, 136.23. Okay, so 3 days, 136.23, and then the market takes a breath, and then it starts again. So let's do this. Let's go 137.41, 137.41, 2.8 out, 134.61. Okay, 134. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Up, went a little bit, slid a little bit lower. 133.79. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. So now it's going back up a little bit. So if I go from this low, 133.49 in, 2.8 in. 136.29. That didn't go anywhere near 136, did it? Oh my God! I went to 136.45. Wow. You know what? This is a daily chart, so of course, I was thinking 4 hours. Like this movement, but that was perfect. 136.29, 136.34. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead, but you get the idea, right? I hope you get the idea. So, all right, let's work with this chart. We're going to pick this point as our B, all right? Because we want to find a reactionary area that we can rebuy it. Okay, so we're going to go to the left. So last time the market traded higher, and of course it's here. It's it's all over here. So what's the lowest point in between? It's this one. Okay. Now this low of 131.714 is a low that you should find buying pressure at. In other words, it should be a low that you should be aware of. Now, this is where your boy Laws is telling you that you need to go back in the past to find out what happened. Like we use different terminology, but it's kind of like the same ideas, but totally different. You need to follow his terminology. And although he did say like, oh, if you only have one bar, where's the supply and the demand going to be? If you only have one bar, the top is supply, the bottom is demand. That's it. That's okay. So if we only had this one bar in the whole entire universe, well, guess what? I just defined supply because it's the top, and I actually defined demand. It's the bottom, right? So that was, I didn't want to give him a flippant response to that little thing he sent me, but anyway. So you have this low. What do you need to do? You need to go into the past, okay? And lo and behold, what happened before at the same bloody price? You have a ledge ready. I call this a ledge. I don't know what he calls it, okay? I would also say that the buying range of this bar is actually the low pivot, the lowest pivot I got. The real buying area is this. This whole thing is a buying area. I don't know if he talks about that, but like this is a potential buying zone, so to speak. With now, if sometimes what happens is the market spikes down, comes back up, so yeah, you're gonna get stopped out, but you're gonna have minimal stop outs. But it didn't do it over here. It created a ledge, and lo and behold, what happened to our little A? It came right back down, right to it, bang, took off. Okay, so what does that all mean? That means here we are with B. We were working with B for a little while here. We're going to take the trusty, rusty calculator, 135.91, 131.71 out. Okay, we got 4.2 big figures multiplied by 0.618 and 2.59 down. Okay, so 135.91, 2.59 down, 133.32. So I'm going to throw a line there. 133. 133.32. Okay, that's close enough. Okay, it didn't make it. Has not made it. So let's look at the 3.8. Let's look at the 3.8. So 2. What is this shit here? 4.2 multiplied by 0.382. It's 160 points off the top. 135.91. 1.6044 out. 134.30. Oh, my goodness. What is at 134.37? The trend reactionary number. I'll be darned. So we got 134.30 on a 0.382 retracement off the full value of the move. And we also have 1.3437 as a trend reactionary number. That's pretty amazing. So there is some inherent, strength to this thing. I want to just switch to here's the 4 hours that we've been working with. I want to switch to the dailies just to show you. Move this over. There's been no closes below this thing. Okay, and the close is important, but markets can change at any moment. But right now, this thing is showing, okay, we've been messing around with you guys a little bit, but perhaps, we're not going to make this 618. Now, obviously, if it turns, it turns. But this was the first. This is like the level most guys look at too, and gals should be, sexist, but it's mostly guys, really, in reality. Okay, so let's get over it. 133.29 is the 618, and 134.30 is your 0.382. So I mean, if this thing can get above B, if it can rock and roll above B, then we're going to go to that upper TRN. Then we're going to go to 135.70. 135. I'm sorry, yeah, 135.70. No, sorry, that's 135.92. We're going to go, yeah, we get over that, we got 136. What's the TRN up there? I gotta look to see. I don't have it on the chart anymore, so I gotta look to see where the trend reactionary number is. And thank gosh I put it in my handy dandy little application over here. 136.54. 136.54. The minor resistance from this point here, the 135.16, it used to be at 135.55. It's now moved up to 135.70. That no big. I mean, so if we rocket through this, we're going up to the TRN, the other TRN. So there it is. Have a great weekend, guys. Talk to you soon.